Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and in this video I'll be going over the various discounts and bonuses that are now active in GTA Online as of Thursday the 16th of September 2021. All of these are going to be available for 1 week until Thursday the 23rd of September. The podium vehicle this week is the Electro, which can be won by spinning the lucky wheel in the casino. It's in the motorcycles class and normally sets you back just under $1 million. It was unique back in the day for its novelty with the KERS boost, but with plenty of other vehicles having that now and this being pretty slow even for motorcycles, it's barely worth trying to win in my opinion. The prize ride this week is the Jester RR, which can be won by finishing in the top 3 in street races for 5 days in a row, then claiming it at the LS Car Meet Slam Truck. It's in the sports class and normally costs you just under $2 million. A decently quick car for tuner races and quite nice to drive, it is just off the pace of the top 4 in the class, although it does have the highest top speed of any tuner in their default setups. The premium race this week is Boots on the Ground, which is an old style lap race around Zancudo for the motorcycles class. The Hakucho drag is probably your best bet here, combining better straight line speed than the Shitaro with decent cornering ability. Also, the regular time trial this week is Route 68, which you can see being completed later in the video alongside the premium race track, with the RC time trial being Cypress Flats. In terms of regular vehicle discounts, it's a bit of a strange selection this week. You'll get 40% off the Hakucho drag, taking its price from just under $1 million to just under $600,000. It's pretty much joint top at the top of the motorcycles class for lap time, and now less than a third the cost of the Shitaro, so worth it if you don't have it already. There's also 40% off the Vagrant, the quickest non-motorcycle for off-road races, 40% off the Vortex, which is even less interesting than the Electro, and 30% off the Warrener HKR, the slowest car from the tuners class for both lap time and top speed. There's also 40% off the Majestic June, although be aware that it is a Pegasus vehicle, and 100% off all Cycles. That's right, it finally happened, Cycles finally got a discount. And for those who don't know, these are stored in bike racks in regular 10-car garages. You can of course find out the lap times, top speeds and tiers of all the vehicles that I've mentioned here, including Cycles, by checking out the playlist and video links in the description and pinned comment. In terms of discounts specifically for Amazon Prime Gaming members who've linked their Rockstar Social Club accounts, you'll continue to get 80% off the Flash GT and 35% off the Tailgater S, just like last week. Also, if you do have Prime Gaming and you haven't already, make sure you're giving your free subscription to a Twitch streamer each month as well. It doesn't have to be me, but make sure you're giving it to someone as you're basically supporting them with a $2.50 donation without any extra cost to you. Other miscellaneous bonuses this week include triple money on Hasta La Vista adversary mode, plus double money on biker sell missions for weed, documents and cash, and bike races. There's also 40% off clubhouses and clubhouse renovations, plus 50% off biker supplies and weed, documents and cash businesses. In terms of my deal of the week, it has to be the Hakucho drag. As I've already mentioned, it's almost a quarter of the price of the Shitaro right now, which is the bike that matches it for lap time at the top of the motorcycles class, and the Hakucho has the benefit of a higher top speed. When you throw in the fact that it's quicker to lean forward rather than wheelie, unlike all other bikes, it becomes a much nicer riding experience and honestly is the only bike in the game that I can stand. Definitely worth getting if you haven't gotten it already. And now it's time for the news and discussion segment of the video where I ramble on for a few minutes about something while you watch me complete this week's time trial and showcase the track for the premium race. So just one quick thing to say for this one is that there's no discounts video next week. I'm not going to be here, I'm going to be away, so yeah, they will start back up the week after that, but just keep in mind there won't be a discounts video this time next week, next Thursday. And I guess the one thing that I haven't really talked about when it comes to news is the whole expanded and enhanced trailer from Rockstar. Obviously a lot of other people have been talking about it. It got quite a lot of flack for being, well, an awful lot of nothing, frankly. I guess the reason I've never really brought it up in these discount videos as the discussion topic or, you know, the bit of news at the end is just because I guess I don't really expect anything else these days. You know, this is Rockstar. The cars that they're adding are sort of copy paste jobs of old cars. There's a lot of stuff that Rockstar have been doing over the years and many years now with GTA Online that feels, you know, not necessarily lazy but not to the high standards that they set themselves when they first create a game like GTA 5 back in 2013, like Red Dead Redemption 2. So I guess it didn't really come as a shock to me that, you know, we don't have any information. The fact that it's going to be delayed is a bit of a bummer, the expanded and enhanced, but it feels like there's unless they're going to release something special with expanded and enhanced, people don't seem to care as much. At least with, you know, the switch from Xbox 360 and PS3 to PS4 and Xbox One, we got the addition of first person, which was, you know, quite significant, and it was a pretty significant graphical upgrade as well, because the old gen versions of the game didn't look that great and didn't run very well. And it was also just a year after the game had been released in the first place when we got the PS4 and Xbox One versions. So people were a lot more excited about that. This time, we're 7-8 years down the line and they're doing it again. And it's understandable that people are just kind of sick of that. Like, where's the next game? But when it comes to the trailer itself, you know, it just looked like PC on high graphics settings, which, to be fair, the PS4 and Xbox One versions are just the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions with higher graphics settings. At least they were when they first came out, except for the addition of first person, obviously. But it's going to need something like that, I think, to make the expanded and enhanced editions worth even looking at or considering. You know, there has to be something like on the scale of what first person was to the old gen games. There's got to be something like that again. Otherwise, what's the point? So, you know, what, we don't know anything about it. We have no information. They haven't told us anything about it. So I'm just kind of, I'm sat here not really caring so much. You know, I'm just waiting for them to tell us. I'm not really getting outraged because this is what I expect these days from Rockstar. I don't really. We don't know anything about it, so I don't have anything to complain about, and I don't have anything to shout home about. So it's just kind of, it's all very meh at the minute, and we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, it's difficult for me to sort of give any kind of outrage at a 20-second trailer, but on the other hand, it's also difficult for me to get excited about anything either because we don't know anything. So yeah, I figured I'd just address it because it's been a hot topic, and I think that trailer from Rockstar about the expanded and enhanced editions is one of the most, I think it's the most disliked video on their channel now on YouTube, on the Rockstar YouTube channel. So they must know that this isn't going well for them, and we'll have to wait and see what they do. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. As usual, I'll be back with another video just like this, not next Thursday, but the Thursday after, on the 30th of September, where we'll go through everything that's changed once again. Feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.